the Places You'll Go. And who wrote this book? By Dr. Seuss. Friends, I'm going to read you this book because it's a tradition in my class. Everybody say tradition. Tradition. What does tradition mean? A tradition is something you do every year or that you do over and over again as time passes. So, like a tradition in my family is that we always get a Christmas tree and decorate a Christmas tree at Christmas time. That's a tradition. So one of the traditions in my classroom is that on the last day, I read this book, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss to my class. And I actually know a lot of teachers who this is their tradition. And this is a great book because this book you can kind of read when you're in kindergarten, and then you can read it again when you're older, and it can mean different things for you because it's all about growing up and how you kind of handle things in life, and if things in life get hard, what are you going to do about it, okay? And it's a great book to read. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. And this book, friends, if you see there's all these names in it, when I was a student teacher and did my internship, the first class that I ever had, they all signed their names in here, so I can always remember my first class. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. So this page makes me think something that I say sometimes in my class is that you make your own choices. You are in charge of you, okay? So if someone wants you to do something that's not good, you can say, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not going to do that. So who is in charge of you? You are in charge of you and your choices. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any that you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't. Because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch and your gang will fly on and you'll be left in a lurch. So look, he's saying that. Dr. Seuss is telling us that sometimes like things are going great, you're doing really well, you're ahead of everybody, but then sometimes something might happen and then all of a sudden you're not really in a good place, or maybe you're not doing so well at something. And it's hard when you're not good at something. It makes you really frustrated. But he's going to tell us what to do when that happens to us. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump. And the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. That means like when you're not feeling good about yourself. You don't feel confident that you can do things. When you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. So sometimes when you feel defeated or like you couldn't do something, it's hard to get yourself to try it again and move on. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker-upper to make up his mind. So sometimes it's kind of hard to choose what to do next. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, for the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. Do you like waiting? I don't like waiting. When I go somewhere and there's a long line, I get really frustrated. I don't have a lot of patience. Patience is like being good at waiting your turn. So sometimes it's hard to wait. So Dr. Seuss tells us sometimes you're going to go somewhere where you feel like you're waiting and waiting and waiting. But no, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. So he's saying you're not just going to sit and do not much exciting. You're going to do exciting things with your life and do cool things and learn new things. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high. Ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy or girl. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet some things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. So he's saying sometimes, like when you grow up, if you're an adult, you might be by yourself sometimes, and then you might get scared. But you will go on, though the weather be foul. That means even if it's like raining or a big storm, you keep going. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go through the Hackencrass howl, though the Hackencrass howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. So he's saying you can never give up. If something's not going your way, you still keep trying. You don't give up. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. Be sure when you step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft. And never mix up your right foot with your left. Touch your right foot. Do you know which one's your right? Touch your left foot. Do you know which one's your left? If you don't, that's okay. You can ask your mom and dad to help you work on that. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So look at this kid. He built and invented this cool contraption to move the mountain town over somewhere. That's pretty cool. I bet that took a lot of hard work. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. The end.